Welcome back, guys, to the This and Much More podcast. I'm Evelyn, and my handsome co-host today is
Rollie Vogues.
like always. And our special guest today is
Mauricio Moran with Lone Wolf Creations.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Wait, so what's your last name?
Moran.
Marin?
Moran.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, do you speak Spanish?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Well, I was born here. My parents are from Mexico City.
Oh, really? Have you been there or no?
Oh, yeah. I've been through Mexico City, Monterrey, Cancun, and Guadalajara.
I want to go to Mexico City, but I'm scared.
Our family's like, our family's like all scattered. So there's like our family members from Cancun are like, don't come here right now. Mexico City's like, don't come here right now. So it kind of sucks because Mexico has a lot of culture and a lot of food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told my parents, I was like, I just go there for the food and for the food. No family.
Not even the family?
Not even the family.
Wait, so what's your favorite Mexican dish? Because we were talking about food before, like, getting here. What's, like, your top?
I'd say, tacos al pastor sounds basic, but it's
really good.
yeah,
It's like
tacos al
staple,
pastor.
you know, like.
Tacos al pastor, or I'm gonna sit and be cocky. My mom's enchiladas, like the green enchiladas.
Oh, they just had
So
some, right?
We just had some. My sister, we're Salvadorians, but my sister, she's with my brother-in-law. He's Mexican, so she learned like a lot of like.
Oh man, that's the perfect match. It's like Salvadorian and Mexican food.
Yes,
It's like
honestly,
tier.
and my
Yeah.
sister, her cooking is bomb. Like Maria's cooking
Yeah,
is
it's good.
really good. And
That's awesome.
she's the older sister, so she had no choice but to cook, you know. So,
Yeah, take care of the pack.
what about a breakfast dish?
Mexican,
Yeah,
because I like sweets. It's like I'll eat like
you're like
standard.
pan dulce?
Not even. I eat like waffles and peanut butter.
Oh.
But I think for Mexican breakfast, guess your standard egg and ham, like huevito and
Oh, okay, yeah.
okay,
Huevo
okay.
con jamón.
or like chilaquiles. Dude, I love chilaquiles.
I was
Bro,
waiting
this-
for you to say chilaquiles.
Yeah.
This morning I woke up or whatever, and then no, it wasn't even in the morning. It was after we got Milo back from school, and he was watching TV, and I was like, I'm gonna cook some food for me or whatever, and I made some egg whites and then toast, you know, because I'm on a little diet, you know, what I'm saying? And then while I was eating that, I was on TikTok looking up like chilaquiles recipes and shit, because I was like, man, I want some fucking chilaquiles, man. And I was telling her at Arandas, Taqueria Arandas, they have some, and then that's where I first tried them.
Like pre-made
Yeah, well, I don't know.
or like already made.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Restaurant shit.
When I was a kid, I was always looking at my mom cooking, and she just made it seem very complex. And now growing up, just to find out, it's just tortillas thrown in hot sauce, basically.
Yeah.
It's just that's basically what
Yeah.
it is. And the thing with Mexican food is just so simple.
It is.
Like if you really look at it, it's very simple and actually pretty healthy compared to like most diets.
Yeah.
But you know what it is though? Do you think it's what makes it unhealthy is how much aceite they use?
So I feel like what makes it unhealthy is like the amount of salt and sodium.
Yeah, that's true too. Because I was gonna say the seasoning of like the actual food is what makes it also.
But I
like,
do
really
feel
good.
like salt, your body gets used to it though. I
Yeah,
feel
to
like
an extent.
I feel like it can build up like not a tolerance, but it can build up to where it'll normalize in your body type shit. Like, but if you cut out salt immediately from your body, just like anything else, if you just cut something out, your body is gonna react to it, but then you'll hit like that plateau or whatever. And then if you just introduce a shitload of salt suddenly in a dish, your body's gonna react like it's gonna hold on to a lot of water and all that stuff.
I can see that because growing up, my mom was telling me don't add salt, and I would see my dad just like smothering stuff in salt, and I know I was like, that's not a good thing. Like I'm gonna retain water for days now.
Yeah.
But now that I'm a runner, I actually do like sodium tablets before running because the sweating and stuff.
Oh,
you gotta retain water
I
throughout the
didn't
whole
even
run.
think about that.
I
Yeah,
didn't
dude.
even think about that either.
It's a whole thing, and there's people like drink pickle juice. It's
I love
disgusting.
pickles.
I drank pickle juice for like cramps, right?
Yeah,
It's-
because of the potassium.
yeah, but it's good as fuck though. I like pickle juice.
No, you know what? We have like different types of pickles in our fridge because I love pickles. We have like
Oh,
literally.
the gas station ones, like
We
the
ha-
flavored ones.
No, I did have the ones from the gas station, right?
It's that I would get them at Buc-ee's, they would come in like a spicy pack and then like the regular one.
Man, I was
But that
like
spicy
so
one-
obsessed with them. I went to
know.
Target and bought like 20 bags.
She ordered online to pick up, bro.
I
Like,
was ordering them online because I was just in that pickle phase. I was just like, I love pickles in
get it.
general, you know, but it's
yeah,
just like
they're good though.
That's too much salt for me.
Man, so you're a runner. Like,
Yeah, it started back in 2014, and it was all because of weight, and I started like losing weight, and I did it drastically. I did it wrong. I did not see a nutritionist. I did it completely wrong. That's why like, my arms are very, very skinny. But now looking back, it's like, oh, you got to do weight training. You got to eat. You can't just go on a diet and do like the weight
Just
loss
cardio.
pills. It doesn't work that way.
no, yeah.
It doesn't work that way. Because your body doesn't know, like, hey, lose it here, but not like don't lose it here, you know?
No, it's just gonna, yeah.
It's like it doesn't know. But it started from that, and then I only kept running like 3 miles. It was just 3 miles in like different speeds. But now, 3 years later, I started to like further my distance. And after 4, I was like, oh shit, like 5, and then 6, and then 7, and then it's gradually growing up. But throughout the whole time, you go through like injuries, and then it messes up your confidence, and then you're like, oh, I gotta start over again, and it's a hassle. And then after the marathon, I did the marathon, the Chevron half marathon. I was fine. Like, I was like a superhero. I was like, oh dude, like this is nothing. And I overdid it. I wasn't switching my shoes. I wasn't stretching enough, and I like busted my muscle. Like, I don't even know what it was called, but I've had it multiple times to where I know what to do. So I didn't go to the doctor or anything. I just like did stretches, and
Oh shit.
I was off for like 3 months, and then getting back, and now it's like hot. And I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, it's
Can't run in the cold.
Dang.
Yeah, it sucked.
Wait, do you know his friend I Run for Tacos?
I heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done some like design work for him, but then we know a bunch of mutual friends. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, because I've been meaning. He says he's gonna send us some shoes, the Sauconys, or what are they called?
Oh man, that sounds familiar.
The-
Those are a good brand.
For real?
Yeah, Sauconys.
Sauconys, yeah.
Yeah, I use Nikes and Hokas.
Hokas.
Yeah,
Okay, I was
Hokas
gonna
are-
ask about. You think Hokas are getting like a lot of hype right now?
I mean, they're good shoes.
Are they?
I didn't get injured with them because I had my Nike Vaporflies. Don't get those if you're gonna get them for racing, but don't get them for like daily running. Get Hokas or like Asics.
Oh,
Even
there's
though they look like
Asics.
nerdy, like
Yeah.
just do it, dude. Like, who cares?
Nah, I think
You're running,
I
so
think
it's
it's a
not
vibe.
like-
I think it's a vibe right now. Anyway, I feel like people get them just to get them, you know.
This is why I do not run.
But
I'll
no,
just
it's because
walk.
I started running because I started my diet stuff, right, and then I told her, I'm like, I'm not gonna get back in the gym until I'm down to like 155. Like, I'm 162 right now, so I'm like, I'm gonna just lose it like that, just to get my stamina up and shit like that, and then at 155 I'll go back to the gym. But what would you like? What would you recommend, like, the running to start?
To
Like,
start,
yeah, like,
get proper shoes,
Stretch.
stretch and run, like have proper form. For the longest time, I didn't know you were supposed to run with your butt and your calves. Like, those are the main muscles that are pushing you. And I was running straight through my thighs.
yeah, because I feel like I try not to do that. Like, I try not to make contact where, right now I have like shin splints and shit.
Yeah, you're not running right.
You do?
Yeah, it fucking hurts.
You didn't tell me.
No, yeah, I have
Get a-
fucking shin
Get a
splints.
roller too, like roll your muscles.
Oh, my
And
dad
relax.
has that.
Massage yourself, dude. Like, spend the whole time, like, before you run and after you run, just massaging yourself. But definitely running posture is a big thing. Like, imagine like you're being pulled from your hip and straight. Like, imagine you're going like that. Don't go like this, because you'll
Okay.
hurt yourself. Like, everything, like,
And where did you learn all of this? Just with injuries?
trial and error.
Trial and error.
Yeah, it's like failing and
And you did a lot of
injuries.
research for it?
Oh yeah, like countless reading videos, and everything's on YouTube now. So
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
It's so crazy. I mean, that's why I don't like to run, because I know that I'll like eventually hurt myself. So I'll just do like
Power walks.
yeah, like on the treadmill, like at the gym, like my little cardio session, which is literally just like 10-15 minutes, if anything, you know, but I'll just do the incline,
Yeah.
which I don't know if it's the same thing.
I mean, you're building up, because anything that you're forcing yourself to, like, new boundaries for running or for anything. That's why I relate running and life. It's like two different. It's like the same thing. You're struggling and you're going to places that you've never been, but you're gonna get there eventually. People have done it. Everybody's doing it. Why can't I do it?
Yeah.
So with the marathon, I was like, I want that freaking medal. And I did a race prior before, like the day before, I did a 5K race, and my fiance was like, "Don't do it, don't do it." And I had other friends who were like, "That's a bad omen, don't do it." And I was like, whatever. Like, what's the worst that can happen? And everything was fine. But like I said, if you push yourself too hard, you gotta ease onto it, and you gotta mix it up with like bike riding or like even skateboarding, like,
or not overwork your body, right?
Yeah, and rest a lot, drink a lot of water. Yeah. I took a lot of breaks of that. Like, I took a big break on drinking.
For real?
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna drink today. I was like, I'm not gonna. I told her I'm not drinking the podcast no more ever.
No, he told me, he's like, you're not drinking either, and I'm like, why? He's like, you're pregnant. I'm like, what? I didn't even know
you're pregnant. Like, I just
didn't even know I was pregnant. He's like, yeah, I saw the pregnancy test, and I'm like, I never took a pregnancy test. What are you talking about? But obviously he was lying because he's a good liar.
He does a fake test, throws in the trash can. I told you.
But yeah, and then right now I'm only running like 30 minutes.
Yeah, like, it's only like
I just go for it. But I think I covered like 2 miles.
That's good.
Because I take breaks.
Yeah.
Hella breaks, you know, like.
When I first started, I was doing 3/4 of a mile, and then just work your way up. 3/4 walk, and then it's gonna be like half, and then walk, and then 1, and then walk, and just slowly start building up. Yeah. But you definitely have to slowly start doing it, because right now I'm building back up because I went straight to 3 after my break. I was able to do that because of my history.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you're like a first runner, you're gonna be like, maybe like half or like 1.
Y'all are making me want to run now.
It's fun, and you get like the runner high. You're outside. I don't listen to music like when I run.
I don't either.
That's the right way you should do it, by the way.
For real?
There's not like an official way of doing it.
Honestly, I was on TikTok looking up how to run, and then they said like don't listen to music, because a lot of times they're like, oh, put something that's like music that makes you feel like pumps you up, or makes you feel like you're the main character in the movie.
You're like Rocky Balboa.
Yeah. But I listen to podcasts, and I'm just fucking.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean.
What do you listen to? Nothing.
No, I don't. I used to listen to heavy metal. I mean, I listen to heavy metal music, but yeah, I used to listen to crazy music and then run fast. But it made sense now. The tempo of the song will lead into the tempo of your running. So if you listen to a hard song, you're gonna run really hard and you're gonna tire yourself. Mm-hmm. So best is not listen to music, listen to your breathing and then your steps. Or like running on like gravel, you can hear like the crunch, and they'll make you like more like have a pace.
Oh shit!
You go running right in front of where you live?
I've been doing that recently because we have a dog, and I go back. He's a puppy. He's a golden retriever, so I have to go back and do my business. And going to like a memorial park is just more of a hassle. But I used to go to Memorial Park a lot because it's like a loop, and it's like you can circle that thing like crazy.
Dang, that's a lot of running. You know, I did want to do a marathon, but I never did it because I never thought like I had time to train for it. Because you're supposed to, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't want to sign up and not be like prepared.
Yeah.
You know?
I was freaking out when I signed up myself. I got sick. Not COVID sick. I didn't think I ever got COVID. I think I got it like
same
at the beginning.
I don't think I ever got it either.
I think I got it. I just didn't
probably
know.
got it like 3 times.
But I just didn't know. I was like,
he's weak.
It's whatever.
Yeah, I was like, I'll battle this shit out.
But yeah, we were in a trip. We went to LA for Christmas, and I got sick. And I was like, dude, I have this freaking thing to run next month. And I was off 3 weeks, and I was like, no. Shit. And I had to start back, and I did it. I mean, I made it. I got the medal, and I was tired as hell.
Does your fiance? Does she run?
No. No, but she wants to get into running. She I mean, she'll do it if she wants to, you know.
Yeah. She just has to get there.
Yeah.
I think I would want to do it, but I think maybe if we ever get those shoes, maybe I'll be encouraged to do it.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I got her Hoka's when we first started dating, and I even got her running socks when we first started dating.
Oh wait, there's running socks too?
Oh yeah, dude. There's everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn,
it's like a whole ass market.
No, it is.
Wow. Whenever we have your friend, what's his first name?
Chris,
when we have him, I run for tacos, right?
Yeah.
We can talk about more running stuff.
Yeah. And then what's cool about him is that he runs, so he's able to eat tacos. Like I think he runs with a group of friends, and then at the end of the run or whatever, they go and eat tacos and
That's
stuff.
awesome.
Like, and they just hit different spots.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I have to check him out.
Yeah.
Do you have running friends or no?
I guess it goes with the company, Lone Wolf, because I just do my own thing. And at least it's like, go run with people. And I have a friend in the running community. His name is Ryan. And I bumped into him during the marathon, which was pretty cool. I was like, hey, what's up, dude? He was like concentrated. And he did the full marathon because there was a split. It was like on Kirby. You do a split and then they go to like another place, and then the half marathoners go to another. But I saw him right at the split, which is pretty cool.
Shit.
Because among all these runners, you're like, you don't think you're gonna see somebody that you know.
Yeah.
That's like if me and you see each other like you're like in Galveston, like I don't know you were here.
Yo, honestly though, I've been working in Galveston all week, and then I got on Instagram yesterday, and then 2 people were there.
That's funny.
Pico lives over there.
Oh yeah,
but
Pico. I saw
he was there, and then Angelica was there. The last person we had on.
That's so funny. Well, it might happen.
What are the odds?
Manifesting.
Yeah.
So your name, Lone Wolf, how did you even come up with that?
So it started in 2013, 2014 when my dad started, because it started with him, like the shirt business. Because the whole thing with my family, with my dad, was that he worked at a print shop, but it was like food packaging print shop, which is what I do now full time. But he was like venturing out into printing. But he started out with a name called Crafts Houston. I thought it was kind of cheesy. So he didn't know what he was doing, to be honest. Yeah. And he had other people that were doing it. And this is the part where I think was pretty cool, because that's when like music and shirts meet. Like the very first point, because I was playing in a band in 2010, which was my first band. And we needed merch. And I was like, fuck, like I need to print some shirts.
Yeah.
So my dad was struggling, and I was like, well, like, what is he doing? Like, what do you got there? And he's like, well, I can't get this going. And it was like sublimation.
Okay.
Which I don't like. It's
I
like,
don't like sublimation either.
You know?
Yeah.
But then he had a press, a four color press, no registration, no guides or whatever. It was just like straight out of eBay. And it was like, okay, well, I'll try to figure it out. So we exposed and everything and did the whole like process. And my first screen, I made it with him. Like it was like at nighttime. We started like at 9 and we finished like at 1 a.m. when we got it right. And he was just struggling, and I was helping him out, and I started getting into it, and I started like, he started saying, I was like, oh, like you're printing, like you're actually getting it. And I think like the first struggle was like finding a graphic designer, because I didn't know shit about Photoshop or like anything. But just later on, you know, you meet people like you and like my other friend, and we all kind of help each other out. But that's basically how it started. It was just from then on. Oh,
wow. So are you like the only child or no?
No, I have an older sister.
Okay, but you're the only boy.
Yeah, I'm the only boy.
Oh,
yeah.
So it kind of was like, I'm going to help him figure it out.
Well, yeah, because my sister wasn't even living there at the time. She was already moved out with her family. So I was like, I have no choice. Plus, I wanted to. Like, I'm always curious. Like, I like looking at graphics. Like, when I was a kid, I would look at albums, and I was like, how do they make this? Like, how do they make the picture like this? And music, and there was albums everywhere growing up. Yeah. We had music everywhere. It was from country to rock to classical music to like Brazilian music. It was like crazy. And I told my dad, and he was like, oh, well, they print this like lithographic. And I was like, what is that? And I was like, well, that's how they print posters, like sheet fed. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, how does he know about this?
Does he still print?
No, he works at another facility. We used to work together, and he works for an ink manufacturer, and that's what I do. I supply our customer ink, like Flexo ink.
Oh, okay.
Like the packaging for food, or like the like the packaging for dog food, like pedigree and stuff like the color. Yeah. We mix the color. We make the ink for the customer.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's insane how much money people make up printing trash. Because that's essentially what they're doing. They're printing trash. Like the packaging.
Like I'm like,
it's a whole ass thing.
Like mind blown.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because every time we have a guest, this is part of the reason why I love doing this so much more, because I always feel like there's a whole ass new community to whatever they're talking about. Like, you know, our last girl was flowers, and she's telling me about the flowers, and then the other girl about art, and I'm just like, and right now you're telling me about like printing, and I'm just like, what the heck?
Because like the whole like the whole flower thing, she was like, oh, I go to this warehouse and I'm over here like damn, I'm picturing like flowers like on a conveyor belt and all dirty and stuff. And she's like, yeah, that's what it is.
Oh,
and she's
wow.
like, yeah.
Well, the flowers weren't dirty.
No, but like she's like, yeah, there's like lights flickering and it's like a whole warehouse, but they have everything
instead
like
of it
set
being
up.
like at a farm where she goes and picks at, like,
Right.
you know.
And I'm just like, damn.
Yeah, and they do wholesale for flowers too, and it's just like a
Yeah.
whole bunch of stuff. And I'm just
That's
like,
crazy.
what?
Yeah, and then because I asked her about a shortage, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how there's a shortage amongst everything, like
freaking supply
and she's
chains,
like,
yeah.
and everything,
And flowers
like,
too.
Everything, yeah.
It's
I was
crazy.
just like, what?
So how do you feel about that though? Like the whole shortage thing, like, did that change things up for you in business?
It changed things up a lot at my actual job, and then at for the shirts, because at work we were doing a lot of stuff to get things from different countries, because we pull from different, like China like the violet was being pulled by China, and stuff was getting from Mexico, and it was really hard, and we had to do the research and help our chemists, and it was crazy. But with shirts, like, yeah, everything went up.
Yeah,
It's like, screw the businesses, screw the small companies. We're all going up. It's understandable, right? The ships are the container, the docks are like, they're being held by whatever reason they were telling us, and it was frustrating. It's like, and I gotta post and then be like, yeah, dude's like, we're all gonna get up like $2, and it sucks.
yeah.
When even big companies, they have like this thing they call allocation, where they already have their set amount and they're gonna get that amount guaranteed regardless of what happens, and they were able to still
It's like
sell
a contract or what?
Well, that's why some companies were still able to stand by their price. Because if you really look at it, there's some companies out there, they stayed with their price, like Gildan, like very, very big companies.
Yeah, Gildan is one of the brands that I mean, I like Gildan for myself, right? Not for my brand, but like their crew necks, I love them. You know, like I love the crew necks.
Yeah.
But obviously for me to wear, like, you know, whatever. But yeah, I did notice that they didn't go up on their prices, but there's like a lot of stuff that's out of stock.
Yeah, because everybody bought it, and they're trying to pull more. But that's because allocation works by the amount you bought last year. We're gonna base that off of that unless you tell us, and then we'll increase a little bit of price. That's how everything works in marketing, from what I've noticed. Ink, shirts, flowers, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, that's how it works, and it kind of sucks. But now it's working its way up. Like, well, working its way normally, but still we're with that price difference.
Yeah, I think it's getting kind of normalized, because if it's the whole thing, like they go up, we go up, it goes up for the client pays it because they need it, right?
Yeah.
I think that's how come maybe it's becoming like a normal thing.
Everybody has no choice but to, like...
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that
I feel like I just read that it's gonna go up again, but I don't know.
What?
Like prices on blanks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jesus
But
Christ.
I don't know, shit.
I think I decided to start a business the wrong year.
It's all good, dude. Hey, I think like some of the best companies started in the worst times. Like, I think Nike started like after Vietnam or some shit like that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Damn. But yeah, I mean, it is true. It's like buying the dip, you know? Like everything is like just bad right now. So it's like once you start now at the worst time, I feel like once it gets better, it'll be better for everybody.
It's like you're building in, like, I don't know, like you're in a spiked room, but then it's gonna clear up, and you're like, okay, I know how this
I feel
works.
like y'all are encouraging me.
Well, I mean, it should. That's how it goes.
No,
you know?
yeah. No, yeah, it's true.
have to
Honestly,
keep it
I'm
going.
just excited because I feel like I just got my LLC, right? So I'm like
Hell
legit
yes.
now, right?
Yeah,
Good
for
job.
sure.
Thanks. So then I feel like I just have a lot, because he asked me earlier, and I'm just like, he's like, oh, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm okay. I just have a lot going on in my mind that I'm just like,
You're like, no.
I was like, AI Mas is on my mind a lot. He's like, yeah, I know, I can tell. And I'm just like, yeah, it's just there.
Which is good, you know? Like I encourage her to like pursue the business and everything, but I just saw her like down, and earlier she was like, I'm tired, and I was just like, damn, you know, like, are you all right? Like, you know, and she's like,
no,
nah,
I
I'm
was
just
tired.
fine.
But I feel like it is just a lot that it goes. I mean, maybe just like other business owners relate to that. Sometimes you just have those days that you're in
Clouded
that
mind.
funk. And yeah, I think that's what it
Yeah.
is. Because it's a lot going on. And I'm just like, damn, that was 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
We're gonna go 3 hours, dude. I'm telling you.
Okay,
right.
we're going to take a quick break and we'll come back.
Yes, sir.
And we are back.
Yes,
So
sir.
we were talking about, you know, me and my clouded mind, but we're done with that.
And real quick, I just want to say, for y'all that don't know, Mauricio's the one that does like some of the printing for Superior. So
yeah,
appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
For sure.
Trying my best.
Creations. So you say you started pretty much with your dad, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then he just basically said, "You got it, take over."
No, it was more like, you got it, you got it, you got it, you got it. And that was it. Well, I mean, when it was big orders, we had one customer, it was big orders. And he was like, all right, well, we'll all knock, if it's like over 2,000 shirts and it's like 3 prints, we'll both knock it out.
Yeah.
And, you know, it wasn't like I was getting any money for the first year or two. I wasn't like, it was all like for him and the business and vacations and whatever. And then like, I was like, you know what? I'm getting the hang of it. I'm actually getting people like bands, businesses, stuff like that going. I was like, well, I want to make my name of myself. I don't want to have like a shadow, and like I don't want to work under my dad again. Yeah. Apart from where I'm already doing at work.
Where his was what? Houston Crafts?
Crafts Houston.
Crafts Houston.
Rip. I'm sorry. I told him, I was like, dude, that's lame. I'm sorry. But Lone Wolf Creations isn't the most original name either, to be honest. Kind of cliche. But I was young. I was like...
Well, I like the Lone Wolf, but I do think the creations part is very crafty.
Everybody has it, right?
Yeah, the creations thing.
I like Lone Wolf, though.
But then there's like another Lone Wolf probably like in California or something.
But that's in Cali.
No, but that doesn't matter. I think the Lone Wolf part is badass.
Yeah.
But I think the creations is what makes it crafty.
Nobody says creations whenever they're referring to me.
Yeah, he doesn't either.
Yeah, nobody
like,
Lone
does Wolf.
That. Yeah.
Just drop it.
And then
we'll make a change.
And then my brother just
we're pressuring him. Just drop it.
Just drop the creations, bro. Yeah. And then my brother just calls you Mauricio, to when we talk about you.
Yeah, because we have brand meetings and like we'll talk about like his drop, mines, and my brother-in-law, and we'll be putting your name out there so like that whoever wants to start their brand can hit you up or whatever.
And that's why my ears turn red.
Yeah.
Like, who's talking about
every Saturday morning? Like, what the fuck?
That's why I get woken up so early. I'm just kidding. No, I appreciate that, guys. Man, thank you. It means a lot. I'm a person that's very detail oriented. I always try to do it right, and I always try to make sure the customer gets what they want and what they see in their vision. Because when I make music, when I want like the art cover you did for my personal project, I saw something and I was like, I want him to do it. He's gonna throw in his own taste, but I want him to do it.
Yeah.
And so if I see that, if the other people see that, like the customers, I want them to get that and that only.
Yeah.
Because that they're paying for something, and it's and then when things go south, I'm not gonna say things don't go south. You have to make it right as a business.
Yeah.
I don't care what it takes, dude. I will make it right. We're all gonna mess up. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
So I always like setting like that bar. Like, hey, you can always come back to me. I don't care if you're pissed off. I have thin skin, so I'll take whatever heat you want to throw at me, and I'll make it right. Because I've met mean customers, and it's like very, very picky customers. But you know what? I thank them in the positive way because they're the ones pushing me to perfect the craft and perfect, like, okay, I got to make sure this is that and take my time.
Yeah. And I feel like it's crazy because you are going to get people like that, because I get them like that in design too, Yeah. And it's and what I always say is like it's never it's never that serious in a way, like I feel like everybody's gonna make mistakes and shit, and then it's like, okay, the mistake's been made, like let's just fix it. Like, what do you want to do? Like, you're gonna yell at me, what you gonna do? Like, let's just fix it type shit.
I just think there's people that don't get it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like it took me a little while to understand in that way, but it wasn't until I was working as an electrician. I was working in the ceiling and shit, and then I broke one of the ceiling tiles, and then my foreman was like, "Man, what the fuck, man?" And I was like, at that point in my life, like I was already fed up with it, right? And I was like, all right, bro, like I broke it. Like, what do you want to do? Like,
te me calmas o te calmo.
Yeah, it's like, well, just hand me a new one, like just it's nothing, bro. Like it's whatever, But
honestly, I think I could be that person though.
I feel like you could. I feel like you are.
Yeah.
I feel like there's things.
It's just like because like okay, like our truck, he told you that it messed up.
Yeah.
Right.
Transmission.
And right now I'm like being that person in my mind, like how the fuck this brand new ass truck. It's messing up, and you're telling me I have to be out, a whole ass week without it.
Yeah.
I literally want to call them and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because we dropped it off. When we dropped it off?
Run. I'm just kidding. Forrest Gump.
When did we drop it off?
Wednesday.
We dropped it off Wednesday?
Yeah.
They're like, all right, we'll give you a call by tomorrow.
24 to 48 hours.
All right. So we gave them the 24 hours. And then the 48, which was today, she's like, have they called you? I'm like, no. She's like, I'm going to call them.
But that was nice, though.
And then she's like calling. She's like, something. And the guy's talking. And then I don't know where she's like, I'm going to give it to my husband, okay? And
I was like, babe, calmate.
She's like, can you repeat yourself, bitch? I'm going to give it to my husband. And I'm like, hey sir, how you doing?
I was like, I was already fed up, and I was like, can you just say that again? Can you repeat that to my husband, please? Someone, And then Berlin's like, and I'm just like,
I'm not doing that. You're like, I'm at the bank and shit trying to take some money out for our son and
for
shit.
his field day.
For field day for school, like.
Field day got them bad energy vibes from the phone call.
Yeah, and it's just like I want to be like, I'm gonna look at the contracts. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, it's a brand new truck. You gotta tell me I'm gonna be.
Now we're out of a truck for a week. So.
And I told him, I was like, there's people that might not have like a second car. Yeah. And we have the second car. And thank God his dad has his own business. So now Roland's driving the
company car.
The company van. I'm in the car that Roland broke the control, so I have to put in the key to unlock the car, and my son's very impatient.
Oh man.
So I'm a little frustrated,
No, it's understandable.
Yeah, so I'm like, I saw that they have like courtesy cars. I'm just like wondering,
hell no.
I'm like wondering, like, it's one of those situations where they don't tell you can get it unless you ask. So I'm gonna be that client and ask.
Well, the worst thing they can say is no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right.
They should say yes if they have that.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you called, they could have been like, come to the shop right now. I would have gotten a mechanic. They might this right now. Change that transmission right now. Get the piece from O'Reilly's or wherever you had to get it. We're gonna make it right. But that's the thing. You have to make it right to the customer.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's like one. I tell people all the time, dude, text me whatever time you want. Because I don't know if you have a deadline in the morning. If you have to present that a certain day.
Yeah.
Like, call it out and say you fucked up and do your research and just be straight with the customer. That's the best thing you can do.
What's been your worst case scenario?
Dude, I don't even know if this person's going to watch it, but you know what? If they do.
No names, just case scenario, like the scenario.
I don't even know, dude. It was weird because it's like they were trying to cut the price. It was right when we first started. And I say we because my dad was still kind of in there and the name change was going. And they were just being really, really picky, like extremely picky, like with the glitter ink.
Okay.
You can only lay down so much with that 80 screen. And you're putting too much glitter. And I told her, I was like, I cannot reduce the glitter shine because if I put it on 110, it's not going to print. And I had to deal with that, and then the windbreaker situation, and then this thing led to another, and then my dad was like, you're not dealing with that customer ever again. Yeah, ahí voy otra vez yo, and like, oh, an order. So I took it, but it wasn't as bad as it before, but.
I mean, they must have liked it if they came back.
Well, after that, I'm going to be honest with you, I dealt with one more person, that was it. I haven't dealt with any, like, butthole customers. Everybody's been cool. I try to build a relationship with people before I even do business with them.
Yeah, because I feel like right now, by the way, guys, this is my first time meeting him. He's been like, cool with Roland, but I've heard of him. I've never really I've gone to drop off shirts.
Yeah.
And I think it's just like a wave or
something.
I
didn't see you. I'm sorry.
No wonder.
I don't know what's going on.
She's like,
time.
Oh.
Okay, let me just, look to the
I'm
side.
sorry. Dude, you did that? I'm so sorry.
No, but I'm saying, like, I think this is my first time actually meeting you, but you did come in here and it was just like a natural conversation. Like, it was just, and I was like, wait, let's talk about this on the podcast.
Dude, so my girl always tells me, we have a golden retriever. She tells me, dude, you have golden retriever vibes. You're just like sitting on people. I'm like, what? I mean, I like talking.
Yeah.
We all have a story, and I like hearing what people say.
It's crazy because when we met at KP show, like I was talking to her manager and everything. Like I'm cool with them, but other than that, I was just chilling. Like I was just like watching the show. But it wasn't until I met you that
like
we
this
fucking.
world,
I'm like, all right, fuck it. Like now we're talking and shit. Like I was like, all right, now I'm like with the person that like I'm gonna chill with for the night type shit, you know? Because after that, dude, I got drunk that night.
Dude, I was a couple of Jack and Cokes in. I was fucking gone too.
Is that the night that I was like, "Where are you?" And I was like,
because
so I took worried. Oh my
I took KP's DJ. I took him to the hotel. He's like, "Hey, bro, you think you can give me a ride?" I'm like, "Yeah." And you know how downtown, like a lot of the stuff is like one way this way, like
you drove the wrong way.
Yeah, dude. I went.
Did that too.
And he's like, "Bro, you can't go this way." And I'm like, "Oh shit, bro, I'm tripping, bro." You know.
You did that?
Yeah, I did. I was like,
damn. And I was like,
put my boy in danger.
You know what it was?
You felt it.
I was calling him and he wasn't answering, and I was just like, I have his location, so I'm like,
at that point he was talking to me. He's like, "Hey, bro, you can come up and chill with us if you want." I'm like, "Nah, I'm gonna go, bro. I'm gonna go." My wife's calling and shit, you know.
They va a pegar when I get home.
No,
10 missed calls.
I'm
Look, bro,
just like worried, like not his normal.
How did you send me the text?
Like, where the fuck are you? And I'm just kidding. I didn't say it like
where
that.
the fuck are you?
Oh man,
bitch.
Dude, I'd be
she
like,
adds bitch to everything, bro.
I'd be shitting bricks. I'm like, oh man, I fucked up.
Nah, I'm like, this is normal,
I'm
bro.
always just like, are you okay? Like, you know, I say always, like if it really happens, it never happens. It's just like
it was that one night.
was just that one night that I was like, are you okay? Because I knew that he went by himself. Like he didn't have like, you know.
It's cool. But it's cool. It was cool.
He's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
I know my way home.
We've all been through worse situations.
So then, cool. What's your favorite part about like the screen print? Like,
I guess the
final result.
The whole process.
The whole thing.
Yeah, because one thing leads to another in a good way. It's like you start off with a good idea, you get a good designer, you get a good separation, you get a good screen. And you can't literally fuck up anything, because one thing will fuck up and everything will mess up. You have your film printed not black enough, you'll expose the screen and they won't clear, and then you're like, I gotta restart. There goes 4 hours.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
So do you have TikTok?
No, Elise keeps telling me you should make TikToks. You should make TikToks.
No, you should make TikToks. Bro. But I'm asking because I don't know if Roland told you, you know, I'm a very like I do it on my own type of stuff for my brand. I literally do everything for my brand.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Dude.
So then I was telling we were drinking with his parents like at 3 a.m, and I was like, I want to give me a screen print machine so I can do my own shirts. And my soda was like, here you go. I got you, right? I was like, okay.
Coming in clutch.
Yeah. So then I ordered one that I saw on Amazon, and Roland's like, oh, I don't think... You said, right, that you didn't think it was like a good quality one?
Yeah, because I feel like they're not that good.
Dude, that's what I started off with.
But then I'm telling him, like, my designs
yeah, because I said, like, oh, they're... I feel like it's good for...
Single color.
You'll see it. You'll see it.
It's a 4-color one.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's the one we had, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
So when he told me that, I'm just like, I did not buy any screens. I didn't buy like the necessary stuff, right? Because I was like, well, we're gonna have him on the podcast. I'm gonna ask him what he recommends.
Yeah, dude, I'll give you a checklist of what you can get.
Yeah,
for sure.
Just because my designs are super simple, you know, and again,
I think it'd be fun if you do it yourself.
Well, I do everything. Literally, my like the size tags we did order, so they're like the transfer.
Yeah, we
prints.
talked about it. That's where I used to get them from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're perfectly.
So I just tried
perfect.
Like I just tried those. I love them. But before, like I have my sewing machine, I have my embroidery machine, I have my vinyl cutter. But I wanted to move from vinyl to screen print. You know, obviously
there's nothing like screen printing, dude. Everything screen printing is crispy.
Yeah.
But see, again, my designs again are super simple, so I'm just like, maybe I could do it. But then on TikTok, I seen like the ones that they do like the vinyl and then they just put it on the screen, and
what do you think of that?
I see your face, and you're just like, no.
Because I don't agree with that either. I feel like it's gonna bleed right through or something. Like
there you go.
Right?
That's the word, bleeding. We're talking about print now.
Yeah.
Yeah, bleeding, and you get ghosting, and then it's like a whole shit
ghosting?
Show. Like the image transfer where you don't want to go and it multiplies it.
Oh, I see.
Like I hit it once and then the shirt moves or something, or I put too much ink and they'll like, and it like ghosts that image.
Yeah. Oh.
So much stuff, but dude, I got
trial
you.
And error.
I'll send you a list and do's and don'ts. For sure.
Definitely, because I mean, I've been like, he says, "Oh, I think I know more about it than you," but he doesn't know.
But I do. I worked at a screen print shop.
I was about to say,
didn't you
work with you and your brother, right?
No, just me.
Just you?
Yeah. But yeah, and I'm cool with the brother and sister that still do it. It's because they're a brother and sister, and they use they had their screen printing machine, and now they do mainly embroidery, but they still do the screen printing stuff. But yeah, I feel like when I was there, that's when I learned a lot of stuff. I was doing the separation and shit. I was doing and adding like the 0.1 outline or whatever you have to add.
The description of the screen.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I just like, okay, is that great?
So just you eyeball a lot of the stuff?
I mean, it's memory.
Yeah.
But that's the proper way of doing it.
Yeah, and then yeah, they had me printing out the transparencies and stuff like that. Yeah. Now like the exposure and all that stuff, I didn't get to see all that. He was doing
more of that stuff
in the back and everything, but
and then he's like, oh, we need to buy like this
I'm like, you need a flash dryer.
Yeah, and then I was just like, I saw a TikTok with a freaking hair dryer, and he's like, that's not hot enough.
I'm like,
remember?
No. Right? I mean,
he's like,
and then a flash dryer is like kind of like to dry in between colors, or what was that used for?
You can cure the whole thing.
Oh, really?
I mean, that's the way I do it in the apartment. Imagine have a conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Where is your
conveyor belt? Was big as fuck. Taking up your whole living room.
Dude, I told my girls like once we get a house, I'm going all out, dude. I'm gonna buy like a freaking tractor. I'm gonna get a conveyor belt.
Wait, where are you? Where's like your office?
Okay, so
because we were talking about that
the roommate situation. Yeah. So she left, and then it was just me and Elise, and me and Elise had a art studio in Alameda. And it was like, it's kind of messed up because it was like one of those gentrification moves that they're making now, which is like it was right in front of Turkey Lake Hut, basically. And there's a bunch of old houses there.
It's the one that I went to one time?
Yeah, you went there.
Okay.
Very, very new place.
Yeah.
And we were there while we were living with the roommate in the same apartment. And then she moved. And I was like, yo, we got to like cut on expenses. Like, we save money. Let's bring that stuff over here. And she was like, yeah, you can just put it in that room. And it was like.
So now you're in the other room?
It's like in the room like this size probably. Maybe the room's might be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, this is a pretty small room.
But everything works perfectly. Like that room is probably designed for screen printing. It seems like because the restroom's right there where I wash the screens. Like my computer's right here. The press is right there. The closet's right there. And that's my dark room. So everything's like in line and it works.
Yeah.
And then I also have my recording stuff, my amps, my guitars, and like everything. Yeah,
because I was going to ask you about that too. You do music, right?
Yeah. And that was a whole situation. Like, I found out about this thing called Kemper amps, and it's all amps in one. It's really intricate, but it's basically all the amps in one. It's like light as heck. It's like a toaster. Mm-hmm. So, now I don't have to haul all these amps and all this gear. I just take that thing, my Flying V, and then we'll go.
So do you perform?
Yeah, I play in 2 bands. Well, I play in 1 band, but I have my other side project, like heavy metal thrash, and then with my main band, it's pop punk, which is something I've never played until now.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And how did you even get into like the whole band scene?
I think that was back when I was maybe 15, because like I mentioned before we were talking, I was always surrounded by music, country. My sister was listening to rap and heavy metal. My dad was listening to classic rock, and my mom put me on Bobby Pulido and Selena and all these Mexican country artists. So I got a whole playlist of all these 3 people, and everything kind of flowed. And then going to school, you get introduced into like heavier stuff and people talking shit that you were listening to this, and then you're like, oh, I gotta listen to that, and then it's like you get driven.
Wait, what school did you go to? If you don't mind me asking.
I went to Klein Forest.
Oh, okay. I don't think.
Yeah, never even heard of it.
Where did y'all go?
Over here on this side.
Yeah, this is like way south. This is going like, oh, we're going to Pasadena.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pasadena's.
That's where we grew up. I mean, well, that's where I grew up. She grew up like Harrisburg navigation area.
I mean, I mine was like in Magnolia, like Harrisburg, and then but we lived here like in the South Houston, Pasadena area, but it was a lot of back and forward, like, But yeah,
bunch of brown people living over here.
Yeah,
La raza.
Yeah,
bro. Did you see the street?
Yeah, this whole street.
Airlines. Is this airlines?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, it's
version
like that.
2. Yeah.
But I feel like airlines is more like Central American food, no?
Man, you can't tell me this doesn't look like airlines. There's a
No,
car.
yeah.
There's car shops
I get what
around
you're
the
saying.
corner.
But you know what? Now that you say that, I do think airline is Central, like.
Is that where like
super...
the pancha and all that is? That
I think
I
so.
think so, yeah. Pero ves, hay bastantes like pupuserias and you know
literally all the food, all the
and...
food is right here, bro. Like
yeah. And when we moved here, I didn't even think, oh, we're gonna go move by Edgebrook. You know, I didn't even think like, you know,
because this is like
the ghetto.
Yeah, not the ghetto, but it's like hood shit, you know, like.
You know, what I think is just like, it's like the chilos that's right there that people are always just like burning out, or the rodeo, the other club, they're freaking always shooting, and I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, and sometimes my son's in his room, it's like on that side, and he'll be playing in there. It hasn't happened recently, but when he was more little, like people would be burning out and he would get scared and he would run over there.
Remember there was a cop right here?
No.
Huh?
Remember when we had barely moved in?
Oh my god, yes. I was pregnant.
And there was cops right here, like literally like in front of the house, like stopping people, traffic in our street right in front, and then over there.
That's not cool.
And I was like, what the fuck did we do? You know,
I was like, somebody's fucking running in our neighborhood and we have no idea. Like,
I'm gonna be honest, straight up honest with you. Where I grew up at, it was nothing but the same, like exactly the same, because you had a old generation leaving, and all the kids that were growing up, they were all the same age. We're all the same age. We're all doing the weird shit. We're all doing bad shit. We're doing whatever the fuck we're doing. And it was on the bayou. And the bayou intersected a bunch of people, and people would do stuff in the back. And my parents' house is right across the bayou, and we would see people shooting. And to this day, like, I tell them, like, yo, y'all gotta leave this place. This is not safe, you know. And I
what
get
neighborhood
concerned.
is it, if you don't mind me asking?
It's between.
You have to say the specific neighborhood.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying.
Man.
People are gonna go and Google.
They're
like,
gonna stalk y'all.
Where do his parents live?
No, they live in Traces.
I've never heard of that.
But it's between Northcliffe and Northcliffe Manor, and those two neighborhoods are like, ugh, it's like bad.
Wait,
so all this is where, like, north side?
Yeah,
northwest.
Oh,
like
northwest.
19,
okay.
like
total like opposite.
It's like 1960.
Wow.
You get 249, and it's like right between 249 and 1960.
Vernon doesn't know. He doesn't know.
I do know 1960 because I worked over there.
Okay.
I worked all over Houston, but it's because the thing with me, bro, is like when I drive somewhere, I just put on GPS and that's it. And then
which is fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
but then
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but then I don't think to memorize where the fuck I'm going. So it's like I'm always having to look up where I gotta go. You know.
All right, I'm gonna stop you right there. You're just like Elise, and I think I'm just like you because I'm more oriented. Like I know where I'm at. I need to know if I'm.
Yeah.
Like Elise knows. Like, how do you know where north is? I was like, I just know. Like, like everything around me. Like I know where I'm at.
You know what? My older sister is so funny because she told me like a long time ago when I barely started driving, and she would, because obviously we're like from the south area, and she would always tell me, if you have the option to go north or south, always go south. East or west, always go east, because we're always like in the southeast, right? I mean, and then that always clicked to me, and I'm just like,
oh, okay.
You know, so if I'm like ever lost, like if it's like 45 south or 45 north, I'm gonna go 45 south.
Know where to go.
Yeah, But Roland will be driving, and he's like, not like knowing where we're going, you know, and I'm just and then I'm just, and you know me, I'm always like, I'll be like, where are we going, or where are you going?
No,
like,
okay. So she throws these little clues at me, right? Like I'm driving,
like you're fucking lost,
and then I'm like driving, and then she'll be like, she's like, you're gonna turn right here, right? And then I'm just like, all right, I guess I'm gonna fucking turn right here, like,
all right, bet.
You know? And then, but it's crazy how spontaneously, like, I fucking just listen to what she's saying. Like, I'll just be driving, and then I plan to turn, let's say, at the light, right? Or some shit.
Oh, this sounds dangerous. I can already tell.
I'm just like this. And she's like, you're not going to go in right here? And I'll just fucking do it. I'll just fucking, oh, okay. Bro,
but
I'm just like that.
Me,
like,
because I feel like I know a lot of, like, the Houston area. So it's like, we're gonna hit traffic right here. Why don't you just go here? I know the GPS is saying go that way. Let's go this way. You know, like.
And then but sometimes like I do listen to her like spontaneously, and then I'm just like, damn, why did I even listen to you
But
that
I
one
was right.
time?
More than likely, I'm right.
I don't know.
The good thing about all this, well, I don't know how y'all do it, but with me and my girl, is that I know where I'm going. I know in driving.
Exactly.
I'm always right in driving. Okay. And she'll listen to me. Like, she'll be like, yeah, you know where you're at.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm the girl and I'm the passenger. So I'm just like, okay, dude, we're like 15 minutes late. Do you want to get there 30 minutes late, or do you want to get there like in 5 minutes, like that? You know?
We were supposed to be there yesterday.
Yeah.
But all right, you want to go on break real fast?
Yeah, we'll be back, guys.
Yes,
sir. Take a quick break. Actually, yeah, we're back, guys. But to that, yeah, he said it
dude.
too.
Yeah.
Right?
What?
He's like, when somebody drinks non-alcoholic, it means because they probably have like a problem.
I'm just like, okay.
They had issues.
She's like, I just want the taste, and I'm like, whoa. I mean, you know, it's kind of weird,
Are
but
you okay?
yeah. Nah, I mean, I just.
But I love him though. He's good. He's good people.
Who? Your deal.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
But all right. So we're like, you know, talking about like a lot of stuff on break, and we're gonna talk about
Horror movies.
horror movies.
Not horror movies. Horror movies. Scary movies.
Horror.
I say
scary.
horror movies.
Yeah.
Horror, because it's weird, right? Horror.
I
It's
feel
a
like
very
I have,
weird
I feel
word.
like
Scary
I have
movies.
trouble saying
Scary
like
movies.
the R's. Yeah, let's just say
The scary
scary
movies.
movies.
We're shooting this on Friday the 13th, guys,
Friday
so
the
it's only right that we,
Yeah.
you know, talk about it.
How many tattoos? Do you have any scary tattoos or no?
Dude, yeah, I have Frankenstein.
Oh,
Where
you
is it?
do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
hard.
dang.
I got Frankenstein, and I got, this is my scary movie sleeve, and this is like red rum, like The Shining.
Okay.
Elise has that matching tattoo on her.
Oh, really?
We got matching tattoos. But yeah, I love tattoos.
Dang, that's
So
hard.
you love like scary stuff.
Yeah. It started at a very, very young age. Like, I was like 5 because,
Damn.
Yeah.
You were young.
dude, I was a kid. I was like, and it was because my grandpa had a whole collection of the classic monsters like Mummy and Frankenstein and the Invisible Man and all these dudes. Yeah. And Frankenstein was like the first one that caught my attention. And I was little. I was like 5 or 6, but I still understood. I kind of saw what was going on. And when you're little and watching those movies, it kind of spooks you a little bit, even though it's black and white. Because me and you, and we all watch a black and white movie, we don't really appreciate it as much as they did in 1930.
That's true.
Yeah.
Which opens up a whole different spectrum of how much drama and how much feeling they're putting in those movies. Like they don't have CGI. They don't have the stuff we have now. They're making stuff by hand. They have factory. They make a factory within the studio, basically.
Yeah.
When I was little, and my parents would take me to my grandpa's house with the freaking cats, which I hate cats. Elise likes cats. We're probably gonna get one day, but it is what it is. Anyways, he has cats there. I would sit in the floor, and he would put on all of them, and it would start from Frankenstein and leading on to Wolfman. But it started from there. It didn't escalate until I was like, because I would, from that age to, I guess, maybe 13, 15, around there, I was still watching those movies, but I was all into like DC and Batman because it was like really dark.
Yeah.
He was a badass.
So you're a DC person.
Yeah, Die Hard. I don't care what y'all say. Hey man,
I like
Just
DC
kidding.
too. I don't care. I don't discriminate.
I always like make it a competition.
we'll have a conversation on that because I have a lot to say on Marvel.
Oh,
And it's not a diss, but
it's
it's
getting spicy over here.
it's
Just so
fact.
I know, we took like a 30-minute break because we were talking about stuff.
But I was watching like 1,000 Leagues Under the Sea, very old school movies like Great Escape. My dad was watching Cantinflas movies. I watched a bunch of movies, dude. Just like I was on music, I was watching movies. And it wasn't until I was like 16 or 17 when my sister and which is now brother-in-law, or like her husband, were watching The Exorcist, and they told me don't go downstairs after this time. And obviously I was like, dude, I'm definitely gonna go downstairs and pee, you know. I was like, I have to. You know? This is the moment. Like every time I would see the box of The Exorcist, like the cassette box, I was just staring at it, and I was like, dude, there's something about this movie I need to find out. I need to find out what happens. And my parents would we grew up in a Catholic home, and it's like you can't not yet, you know, it's rated R, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So they're probably like, we show them this is gonna die.
As Catholics, because we're Catholics too, did your mom ever tell you like esas cosas del diablo, like don't watch it, or no?
No.
Really?
No, they were very
my mom
pro.
hates that.
They were
shit.
very pro scary movies,
Oh,
Halloween,
really?
dress up, and that's. I mean, we grew up like that. My dad was scared the shit out of us when we were little kids.
Yeah,
he would do the whole eye thing.
We grew up like that too. Like my family grew up as in dress up. You can watch scary movies, but his household was very different.
No, we grew up like that too, but it wasn't until my mom got more into like the religion that she was like, no more costumes. Like,
oh, man.
But she said no more costumes. Yeah, like after we're out of costumes.
Yeah,
like, all right, Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, because she told us like, oh, don't dress up, Milo. No, man.
Sorry,
he's gonna be getting dressed up every year.
He's a pirate this year. He's a fucking.
Hey, he was a pirate. He won an iPad, and he has that iPad till this day.
Oh,
I mean, he was the only one dressed
that's
up.
awesome. But going back to the Exorcist night, they told me not to go downstairs after 8, and my parents were sleeping in the room, so I go downstairs. I'm going down the stairs, and I peek, and like it's the stairs, and then the TV's over here, and they're like sitting there. And the first scene I see is whenever the Reagan had her like, she was like backwards, and she was like, her head twisted, and she was like, I was like, oh, what the fuck? I ran back into the room. And the next day after the whole traumatizing part, I didn't have nightmares. It was just like weird.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it was weird, dude. I was like drawn to it after that point.
Yeah.
And it was after that point where I was like, holy shit, I've been missing out on a lot of cool stuff.
I like this.
I like this way that she bent her back.
and then like the next day I couldn't watch it. Nobody found out I had seen that part. Like, I'm guessing my parents heard a thumble or whatever. Yeah, I didn't scream or anything. I was just like that's what I did. But the next day I was like, wow, like there's so many other movies out there that I don't know of, and like I want to find out. So I grew up with Jeepers Creepers, scared the living shit out of me.
That was scary.
Love it.
I was in martial arts, and they had movie night, and they all kids picked Jeepers Creepers, and I was like, this is terrifying. Yeah. But again, there's something that was drawing me into these movies.
Do you think it was the feeling of like...
It's like on a roller coaster. You know what's going to happen?
Yeah.
But you like it.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all.
I love roller coasters.
Yeah, I love them too.
And
he's lying. He doesn't like him.
We're going to Six Flags tomorrow, buddy.
Let's go.
I like them. I just don't like waiting for it.
Dude, you know what? We're going to do a double date, and we're going to go to Six Flags in Dallas.
You know what? In Dallas?
They have Six Flags in Dallas.
Oh, really?
Or San Antonio.
Okay, because I've never been to the Dallas one, but he doesn't like it. Like,
no, I like it. Like I'll get on and everything. You know, I'll enjoy it and everything. But it's just like the waiting line and then going up, and then I'm just like, that's when I start getting kind of like nervous.
You know what it is though? I get
what you mean.
It's the adrenaline, right?
Yeah, you're just like waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and your stomach's like.
And do you think it's the same thing for the movies?
Yeah, it's like you that feeling, but you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know when it's gonna peak of the movie or what the crazy storyline is gonna happen. But it all grew up. I grew up like that, and in school I dealt with like, you know, kids being assholes because I was different, and I was like, you know, listening to different music. My sister was putting me on. I was watching. It just
because you were what, like?
I was like the weird emo kid, but I wasn't like emo back then. It was just like I was a kid, you know. Mm-hmm. But I was just thinking differently. Yeah. And I would say things differently. Like kids, they were like, "What the fuck." I would wear cowboy boots. I would wear cowboy boots in elementary school, and just talk about scary movies. Like, it made no sense. Like looking back, you know, I was like, no wonder they picked on me, you know. But it made me grow, and I was like relating to the monsters. Like, you know, they were being an asshole to Frankenstein, and when I was little, I was like relating. I was like, oh, like I'm like the monster, like, you know, I'm like, fuck these people.
Me. Yeah.
but yeah, it was pretty cool. I was watching like Poltergeist and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and every
one made me have like oh my god, he's gonna get her. You
know. Did you feel like it was real? Like, did you think it was like a real story?
When
you first watched
the
it,
Texas
like when you first found out about the whole topic.
Yeah,
I mean, it is a real story, isn't it?
No,
it's not.
No, it was inspired by a true story. If you read it,
was the house here in Texas or
no? Isn't it in Tennessee or something like that?
No. So okay, so I'm gonna teach y'all what happened. Tell us. The original story is Ed Gein, and that was like somewhere in Illinois, like up in Chicago, I think, or I'm not sure, somewhere up north.
Yeah, somewhere up there.
And they found gloves from hands, like the hands. They were like, he made gloves.
Yeah.
He made wallets. He made belts
out of people's skin.
And that's where they got an inspo to write Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And they were like, let's just put it in Texas in the middle of nowhere, like between Austin and Houston. That's where it's at.
Yeah, because they say the house is like, now it's an Airbnb. People can stay there.
The gas station is.
Oh, the gas station. Crazy.
I went there, dude. It's so cool. Yeah.
Wait, so have you been to like the houses that are like haunted and stuff? Or
yeah.
No?
Me and Elise like staying in haunted hotels.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you actually like...
Yeah, we saw something in Galveston. We at the Hotel Galvez.
I don't know.
So the story behind that one is that the lady was waiting for, this was like back in World War I era, maybe even older, I'm not sure. Like 1800s actually, I think, late 1800s. And the lady was waiting for her sailor to come back home. And she wrote to him. He didn't write back, thinking that he wasn't going to come back. He probably got killed or something. And she hung herself in one of the towers. And the story goes that she haunts that floor. So I was like, totally, like, let's go stay in that hotel. That sounds so cool. And there's a bunch of stuff that happens within the hotel. Like people see a bunch of stuff, and then the room where she stayed at is like hella haunted. Like you feel things everywhere. You see things. You pick up things with the ghost reader. And when we first went there, we went to our room, but it didn't take us to our room. It took us to that floor, to where all that thing, like where she
everything
stayed.
was happening.
Yeah, and that was kind of creepy. I was like, whoa. And then we were like kind of tipsy. I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, we should see more. But
no, you know what? I feel like I enjoy the scary stuff as long as I'm not eating.
Yeah, eating.
What are you talking about?
Eating.
I mean, we were eating at Spaghetti Warehouse.
Oh man, that place was dope.
I know, but I didn't realize it was that. I wasn't eating when we went to the second floor.
That's true.
Because to me, it's like I'll watch a scary movie, you know. But now that I'm older, I'm a chicken shit. Now that I'm older, I feel like I get scared.
Is it still there? Spaghetti Warehouse?
No, I got torn down.
No, yeah.
Did you ever go there?
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Yeah,
they took us to the second floor.
I never did see anything in the restroom though.
No, when we went to the second floor,
I know the restroom's like hot. Like it was hot. Like it was like
No, it was when I went for the girls one. It wasn't too bad. But when we went to the second floor, somebody did throw a cup, right?
Oh yeah, like they're.
But it was just us up there though.
Because we were asking, we're like, hey, is it true? You know, all this
and
shit. Whatever. They're like, yeah, you know. They're like, yeah. They told us a story about the elevator shaft and everything, whatever. And we're like, we go up there, and they're like, y'all can walk around and everything, and we're walking, and then a glass just.
Oh,
I'm just like, what?
Like, and nobody was up there.
Yeah, it was literally just me and her, and I was like,
no one there.
Your parents were with us.
Not that time.
Yeah.
They were with us that time.
Yeah, because I remember like your mom was like, "What the heck?"
Started throwing holy water.
She's like, I'm out of here.
Saying the Padre Nuestro.
My God.
Those
places are cool though.
Yeah. But I don't think we've ever been to like other places other than that. I mean, there was this one house in Fuqua, right?
One?
The haunted house.
No, it was
It's
not
Farquhar.
It was Navigation.
Oh, Navigation. I know what you're talking about.
Okay. You talking about another one?
Oh no, the house that we didn't go to it though, but your cousins.
My cousin. So there was this. I don't know what. There was this house. It was kind of like trending on Twitter and stuff. It was off of Fuqua, which is like right, just close to us.
I know what's that.
And yeah, the house was by itself or something. I know one girl one time. She posted a picture and there was like a dead horse out there. Then my cousin went one time with his friend. I don't know who they went with, and the stairs were on fire. Like somebody had lit a fire in there. Like
damn,
when they pulled up, like it was like on flame and all.
It's pretty metal if you tell me. Yeah, it's pretty sick.
But I don't know. And I looked it up and it was like supposed. Like I guess people threw parties there and stuff like that. Right? Like I don't know.
People trash the place.
Basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
To me, it's more like I'll watch scary stuff as long as I'm not eating because my stomach's. I start getting nervous and I'm just like.
So who's your like top tier like horror character?
Like character? Oh man, Michael Myers is pretty badass. But if you're gonna talk like slasher or like storyline,
let's do slashers.
Slashers?
Yeah, or let's do like
it's considered what, like the way they kill?
Like Jason Voorhees, he's a
like physical shit in a way.
Okay, physical.
Let's do like slasher. Let's do like a paranormal, and then let's do
storyline.
Okay, a storyline.
Gotcha. Okay, so slasher would be Freddy Krueger. Actually.
Oh yeah.
That dude will. You can't hide from him. You're screwed.
You're like you can't fucking go to sleep.
Well, I guess I would put him in paranormal, or is he considered slasher?
You know, that's a good analogy, because it's between that. It's like slasher and paranormal, because there's things happening that are out of your control. Because that's what paranormal is.
Yeah,
like,
out of
you can't
control.
do anything.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, paranormal. I'd say The Exorcist. That's my favorite all-time movie. All-time
Exorcist?
favorite movie. Yeah.
Honestly, I agree. I think slasher would be Freddy. Paranormal would be Exorcist, because it's just like, what the fuck do you do?
Yeah.
Like,
What about you? What would you do?
I like Jason. Like
He's
for
a slasher?
slasher.
He's a cool dude. Yeah.
Slasher. I like Jason. Literally just his looks, bro. Like I don't know. And then the whole
Yeah.
like his whole thing. Like I just like it. And then paranormal, I would have put Freddy in that category for me. And then storyline, I don't know. Let me see. Storyline.
Okay, what are the options?
So storyline, I would put Conjuring falls in there. Man, Conjuring is a whole different thing, dude. Holy crap.
I think maybe
do
Conjuring
you like Conjuring
would
movies?
be.
Yeah.
I think Conjuring maybe would be like paranormal for me, because it's a lot that's going on.
That is true.
I guess storyline would be hard to pick. Maybe like 13 Ghosts.
Dude, that movie scared the fuck out of me when I was.
Oh my god,
little.
I saw that movie when I was young too with my dad, and I remember
That was,
I was
one
like,
of the jackal.
The
Was it the jackal with the cube on his head?
Like
oh
a
my
freaking witch.
Yeah,
It's so cool
Scared
how
the
like
fuck
they
out
made
of
it all culty, like a book, and like I was like, oh shit, that's like old shit, you know?
yeah. I was like,
Honestly,
damn.
when I saw the movie, I was super scared. What
seen
was the other one with the boat? There was like a boat one.
Ghost Ship.
Oh,
Ghost.
Dude, Ghost Ship?
no, was it Dead Sea?
Or is it the one where they like the little girl was dancing with the dad?
Okay,
and
that's
then
Ghost Ship. Have you
Ghost
ever-
Ship. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Oh
It's a
man,
good movie.
that beginning part, that when I was little, I was like, holy fuck, yeah, because
It's like early 2000s,
yeah,
I think.
and then like I don't know what happened, but that some line just fucking went across the whole board, the boat, and everybody got cut in half except for the little girl because she was like short.
That's some badass shit.
I was
Like on the
like,
music video, can you imagine? Like heavy metal music playing slowly.
Yo, you know what? Final Destination. You like Final Destination?
Oh yeah, I
movies?
love Final Destinations. Yeah,
I like 1, 2,
but then all of them
He
kind of
can
like fell
remember
off.
them. I can't remember like
3.
I have to watch
3 is
them.
a roller coaster, right?
Yeah, it's on actually. I think it's on.
I think they're all on
Netflix
Netflix. I think.
Yeah.
1 and 2 are my favorite, and then the last one because it links to the first one.
Yeah, it's like it's like Scream basically what
Yeah.
they did.
That's the only reason I like the last one. But the other ones are kind of like.
Have y'all seen Evil Dead?
Which is that
I
one?
seen one.
It's about the book, and it's like it brings people. Well, it's like it brings back zombies basically.
Okay, so you remember the guy? Have you seen Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
The latest one?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead, dude. I'm not a Marvel
Okay,
fan.
well, Sam Raimi. Nah,
Avengers, what?
well, Sam Raimi.
Yeah, I know he directed it.
Evil Dead, right?
They said that he made it creepy. Is it true?
Dude, it's it's
Alright.
Marvel's first horror movie.
Yeah,
There's-
it's so funny because I had a friend.
But don't go in there with like horror movie mentality,
no,
bro. Like,
no.
I mean, it's
That's-
Marvel, bro. Come on. I'm just kidding. I'll stop.
I literally
it's not all butterflies, bro.
I literally want to see this conversation go off. Like
Well,
when y'all have it.
we're supposed to talk about it.
But okay, well, Sam Raimi, he always has what's Evil Dead? What's
I met him.
Ash?
Oh, you seen the movie, dude?
Yeah. But I forgot the actor's name.
I forgot too.
Fuck.
I know what you're talking about, though.
He's in every Sam Raimi movie.
He's in that movie.
He's in that movie.
Does he come with like a freaking chainsaw on his arm?
Nah. No, so basically, okay, there is like a
Like a homage to it.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So remember that guy who was getting hit by what was he sending? He was sending pizza balls. And then Doctor Strange le hizo un spell, and he's just punching himself.
Oh yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
Doctor Strange makes him punch himself, and that's Ash.
Oh wow.
And he's just making him punch himself. And then I guess it's like a callback to Evil Dead with the hand and everything.
yeah.
And then
that's pretty cool.
The end credits. I saw the end credits before I went to go see the movie, but so I didn't stay for that one. But the end credits, like the last one, spoiler alert, right? It's just him punching himself, like, and then he stops and he's like, and he looks at the camera and he's like, "It's finally over," or whatever. Because Doctor Strange basically, like, he was being an asshole to Doctor Strange, so he did a spell on him and he's just punching himself. And Doctor Strange is like, "Oh, it's gonna last like 3 weeks."
That's pretty silly,
you know.
That's
and then
funny.
at the very end, it ends. You know.
He said that's silly, like it's like dumb.
That's dumb as fuck.
Okay,
bro.
no, I'm gonna. Okay, I'm just gonna be straight up with y'all.
Okay, let's tell us.
After 2004, Marvel became a comedy central. Every single movie they released, it was funny. It was funny.
Well, it started in 2008, so.
Well, you know what I mean.
I was gonna say, wait. I thought.
No, there was movies before that, but
know,
Yeah, like the X-Men, the original Hulk.
yeah, but MCU started 2008.
Okay.
I'm going back like the original, like the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
I keep forgetting
those were
we're like
solid.
the same age.
Yeah,
Make it seem like you're like older.
no, dude, I'm still the same.
Let me I kind of want to go on break and then pause
Okay,
it. Until
we're gonna go.
This one get
Just
roasted.
Restart. And we are back, and we're about to have like a big argument between
it's not an argument.
DC and Marvel, and I'll be the judge.
All right.
So I'm guessing we're pointing facts. I mean,
Okay.
look, I'm gonna start off with. These are comic movies. If you really look, I used to read comic books. So if you really look
Okay.
into the Marvel comics, they were actually funny. They were comical. It was comical. It was funny. Spider-Man was saying funny stuff to their villains. But I feel like what they did in the beginning of when they were releasing these Spider-Man, first X-Men, like Hugh Jackman and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, was it Halle Berry as Storm? Like during that era, Eric Bana as Hulk. Like I know the names and I remember because I was a big fan. I was sucked into Marvel, and I had a huge respect. And my favorite character was Wolverine.
Yeah.
What I did like about the Wolverine and the X-Men, collection was that they kept true to their characters and they kept true to the attitude of the character. But when they released the Avengers, that's when I first noticed I was like, they're going on a comedy tangent and it's not going to stop. And it didn't stop with Spider-Man, Homecoming, whatever. It didn't stop with like Doctor Strange. All these movies were being released like comical. And I was like, I get it, you know. and I saw the Avengers. I saw the first one with and I saw Groot and all these guys. And I was like, this is pretty cool, you know. The comic book that I remember slightly reading about is on the movie. And I liked the storyline. Everything was cool, but it was just too comical and it was cringy. But then again, my friends were telling me, it's like, this is not a DC movie. This is not Batman Dark. This is not Joker being evil. And that's where I was like, oh, okay, well, I get it. Everybody can like whatever they want. I'm not like this thing like, oh, y'all like Marvel. Like, what the hell? Like,
Okay, so pause to you. What's your comeback, babe?
hey, mine was pretty neutral, dude.
No, mine's neutral too. Like I like any superhero shit. I like, you know, but but like Marvel is like that. It's lighthearted, you know. It's very like it is a lot of comedy, and I feel like that's just what ended up working for them. So they just ended up sticking with that, you know. And I just feel like, because like even like the first Thor, everybody likes to say like it was, and I find it boring too. It was boring, but once Ragnarok hit, like, bro, that movie just became like the best Marvel movie of all time type shit. And then now it's what's his name? Taika Waititi is the director. Now he's doing the Love and Thunder, and that one's gonna be like even better type shit. Like,
Supposedly.
I know it is. I trust him.
I'm the judge here. I just
No, but I'm just saying, like, I agree with him. Like, it is very like comical.
Okay, so but as a judge, right? I'm thinking I like both too, right? But what?
She's already siding with DC, my dude.
No, my thing is.
And I feel like she doesn't know much about DC, honestly.
No, I just know what I watch.
We're
based
a
off
Marvel
movies.
family over here.
I just go based off what I watch, right? But isn't DC like comical too? Because the Joker movie was like kind of like.
What Joker movie?
No, the Harley Quinn movie. Isn't that like DC?
So what they did with that was
They fucked up.
yeah. Because they were trying to do what Marvel was doing.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing, dude? Release some dark shit. And that's when they released the newest Batman. I was like, yes. Like the dude from
I haven't seen it.
The dude from Twilight was in it. I was like, kind of
Edward.
Yeah, I was like, eh. But then
did you like it?
He did a pretty badass job.
That's
he
good.
reminded me of the Arkham games.
Okay.
And I don't play video games anymore because there's no freaking time to do that. And honestly, it's just like, I'd rather play guitar.
He's really busy, guys.
Well, it's just I don't have freaking time.
No, I know.
But it reminded me of the Arkham games and how very dark and just the way he looked, just like the game, and the way he talked.
I have to watch the movie now so I can.
It's really cool.
It.
I love that movie.
Yeah, he's telling me, like, oh, you need to watch it. But with my son, I know he's not gonna say.
You know what's crazy is that like I feel like she knows more about Marvel because I pushed that on her type shit.
Yeah, he does.
but it's always been very like está seguido, like it never broke, like the kind of like DC had to like restart I don't know how many times, and I kind of, that's what I don't like. I like DC, I like the movies and everything, but I just don't like that they have so much going on.
There's
like
too
they
much
have
intricacy in
like they have the
movie.
Flash show, and it's not the same Flash from this movie. They have I don't know how many different Batmans. Superman's out of it already. Like he doesn't want to, and that's what sucks. Like I just wish like they would just stick to like
the
kind of
original
like
members.
Yeah. But then again, it does have to do with actors. It does have to do with contracts, and I feel like a big factor has to do with them wanting to compete with Marvel, which I feel like Marvel started back in 2008. I mean, at this point, it's too late. Like, you can't compete with Marvel, like, in timeline perspective.
So you're saying start with 2008? You mean like the restart of Marvel?
Yeah, like the MCU. So, like, anything before Iron Man was never part of, like...
It was never part of that.
What it is now. Like X-Men and everything. But now they have X-Men. Now they've acquired it and everything. But before that, 2008 was the start of, like, the MCU, what it is today. As far as DC, I just wish like just starting, like, even if they had to start right now with their Iron Man, like if it's gonna be Robert Pattinson's Batman, like let's stick with it,
like let it ride out for a couple of years,
and fuck it, keep him, like, and then the next one introduce a new Superman, and from there, like, but don't try to, because they did Justice League like right away, which is I like Justice League. I liked it too, but
I don't think Wonder Woman's going anywhere. She's gonna stay.
Nah, I think she's gonna stay.
She's badass.
But she's badass,
what do you think about the Amber Heard? Do you think she's gonna stay?
Hell no, dude. All that shit's over with. Her career's done.
Yeah.
Man, she was fine too, man.
Well, I mean, with the stuff that they say, and I don't know if it's like propaganda towards something. Maybe she's gonna be featured in the badass movie. I don't know. You know how shit works now. I don't know. I really didn't read into her
because
stuff.
I seen the whole she has 10 minutes off screen, like from the Aquaman 2 or something like that.
Yeah, but she got kicked out of that.
But
out?
I didn't know if she was completely out.
Yeah, she got
not
kicked out of it.
Oh, okay.
And DC was like, we don't got time for that. We're trying to get up, not move down.
Yeah, because they had stopped it because of her. I think they stopped production.
Good.
You delayed us.
I'm like,
we're literally talking about
Johnny's
this.
Team Johnny here.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I've been watching like the court stuff like live.
Yeah, dude. My girl puts that on for the dog. I'm dead serious. My dog Moose, he's the little golden retriever. He's just sitting there watching that shit while we're doing our, like, she goes to school and then I'm going to go run, and while in that he'll watch that.
Yeah, I'll be watching it just like, on the side, like it's just playing, and sometimes I'm just like listening, like, oh, okay, but I go back just because of a lot of the TikToks that they say, like, oh my god, yeah, I'm just like, yeah. I saw that.
It's like, bro, you were doing coke. Or the picture, she's like,
yeah.
Then she goes back. But dude, honestly, looking back into it, don't you think like Amber, it's like DC, and then Johnny's like Disney, and then Disney owns Marvel, and then like it's Marvel trying to attack,
battling it out and shit.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Think about it, like politics.
Yeah, especially because like Robert Downey Jr. is like backing up Johnny like majorly.
Oh yeah.
And he's like big on Marvel, like obviously.
He's a face. He's a face, man.
He's an icon.
Yeah. But it's a lot.
So who? Okay. So
as a judge, I vote Marvel.
Dun, dun. You gotta add the sound effect now.
No, but like in a way, like, so who? now on some chill shit. Who's your favorite like Batman so far?
Oh man, Christian Bale did a badass job, but he did not do with what what's his name? Who was like the first one that I don't even remember his name, but I think
Keaton.
He did a really cool job.
I like his movies.
Well, then again, you have Tim Burton doing that thing. He makes it even darker, dude.
So okay, so I told her because she was talking about. I forgot you brought him up.
Yeah, because of the whole Johnny Depp thing. He's like one of the big ones.
He's the one that's backing him up right now. And I'm like,
Burton?
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, Tim Burton's badass. I'm like, because you can tell a movie when it's his movie. And then I'm like, he did Batman. I told her, I'm like, he did Batman. Like, his shit is so. That's that. When I think of like old school Batman, I think of the Tim Burton movie, and thinking of the Penguin and everything. And I'm just like, yeah, dude, everything.
I was watching that movie when I was like 5, and that's like I saw the Penguin getting killed, and my parents were like, "Yeah, you were watching that." I was like, "Well, I guess that's where this all started."
Yeah, it's cool.
It's pretty gory, like if you really look at it.
And then comparing that Penguin to this Penguin, Robert Pattinson, like he's more realistic, you know, and it's like.
They go more into depth of the character.
Yeah.
And they talk about Falcone and all this other shit. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, they talk about him, you know?
I don't care for spoilers.
Well, it's like they get really, really deep into the story of how the parents got murdered and who murdered who and who led who to what. Yeah. And it's all uncovered there.
But to me, I think that's what makes a great movie.
Yeah.
You know, based off like the story and
the hidden gems that weren't mentioned previously.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's me personally. I like that. Like, I like to know, because, you know, with the whole Doctor Strange, like, I like knowing what was going on. And I told him, a lot of people that didn't watch like the other shows, you know, from Doctor Strange are probably going to be confused. But Roland was like, no, a movie, when they do a movie they do it where they can watch it and not be confused. Mm-hmm. But knowing that extra stuff helps, you know?
Yeah, dude, for sure. It's like an advantage of the people that actually like are into it. It's like, oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like they know. They take that into consideration where it's like, okay, well, this is like, what movie? How many movies have they had already? Like 20 plus? I don't know. It's 20 plus movies already. So it's like, they're like, all right, like now we're starting to get kids who never saw Iron Man or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like people that are born 2008 above or whatever. And then they're like, we have to make movies where they can stand alone and be watched without having to watch everything else.
Dude, we're going to be like the boomers of this because when I was watching Hulk being played by Eric Bana, my mom was like, the Hulk's not Eric Bana. It's Lou Ferrigno. I was like, no, that was like 1960, my dude. This is 2003. And now we're going to be like, no. I'm going to be like, no, that was the original Hulk. And the other kids going to be like, no, it was this one.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Like, boomers.
I seen a TikTok where it was a Spider-Man. And then the mom asked the boy, he's like, do you know who that is? He's like, it's Spider-Man. He's like, do you know where he's from? He's like, yeah, Fortnite. And then she like slaps him over there. And I was just like, oh my God, bro. Like,
yeah, because we have a friend that like walked out of like the Doctor Strange movie. She said that
too much witchcraft or whatever.
Because
like,
of Wanda. And I told her, well, that's her power, basically.
She's a Scarlet Witch, you know, but.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. You have to be cool about it, you know?
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen?
No, yeah.
And then, and I was going to ask you, what do you think about the Joker? Like, which Joker?
Ledger. He did a phenomenal job. I mean, he became the Joker, like Heath Ledger. He did it way too. He went too far.
Yeah,
he went way too far, and that made him like the best. Jack Nicholson did a badass job, but he just like one upped him or 10 upped him basically.
I think I'm tied between Joaquin too. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix played a very cool Joker, but he played one. He did something that Heath Ledger wasn't able to do. If there was a second Joker, he would have done that. I already know, like for sure, because he was already going crazy and shit. Like he was going batshit crazy, and the thing that they did in that scene where they shot the guy on the TV showing, that was crazy, dude. I was watching that movie with my friend, and I did not expect that, and that caught me off guard. Like me, I was like 24, like almost like I was old enough, and I was like, whoa, dude, you freaking head blew up.
That, to me, that was my favorite scene.
I saw Scanners. Scanners is a movie where it's a scary movie, and these people's heads are being blown up, but it didn't look nothing like that. I was like, holy crap.
I feel like now they're being more realistic to a lot of the stuff that they're doing, right?
You said you haven't seen Doctor Strange, right?
No.
Oh.
Are you gonna watch it?
I mean, I guess I will. I mean, for the sake of this.
Do it. Dude.
I kind of do want to watch it because...
he's probably going to text you and be like, what the fuck?
It's gory, bro.
I'll definitely watch it. I like gory stuff.
It's like... That honestly is different. Like, I think the only time Marvel ever did something gory was Deadpool. But then...
That's the only movie I like about was it MCU?
Yeah. Oh, at the time it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Now it's MCU.
Well, I can't even say that.
Yeah. Now they're bringing them in. But...
very gory.
Yeah, it was very gory. I remember the first scene, like...
Yeah, his hand was like, what the fuck?
The first scene, when they're on the freeway and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, the whole crash. And then the guy slams onto the... There's a sign.
He's like...
Yeah.
And he just, like, hits
freeway sign.
Yeah, the freeway sign. He just hits it and splats, bro. I was like, oh, my... At that... Honestly, my stomach went like, oh, shit. Like...
This is not right.
Yeah, I was like...
That's some cartel stuff right there.
Dead ass, bro. Like, and I seen all the cartel videos and shit. And I'm just like, damn, that's...
I cannot watch those.
Man, those are crazy, dude. Freaking,
I don't know.
it sucks that kind of stuff goes on, you know?
Yeah. In real life.
While we're doing this is why I'm very grateful for the stuff that happens in every day. Like, running helps me a lot realize how much to appreciate stuff like this, or appreciate me just being able to watch a movie, or, you know, having a beer, because there's people out there getting murdered. There's kids seeing their parents die. You know, that sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks though. It's good to be a good people, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that is true, bro.
You just never know. I mean, you just have to be grateful for what you have.
For sure. But yeah, Deadpool was unchained.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, but yeah, so Doctor Strange is like, it kind of changes it up a little bit.
Like, it mimics that kind of in a way.
Yeah, it's pretty
Dude,
crazy.
I'll watch it.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I like it.
I'm just like, yeah. Because we were going to take
There's
our
this
son, but he's
one
like,
scene, bro, and I'm just like,
how come?
damn.
Because
Do y'all usually take him to the movies?
No. I took him for Spider-Man. He's a big Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I took him for that.
Yeah. He was like, Spider-Man, fight, win, you know, and I'm just
like
like
1, 2, 3 Spider-Man. He was like counting them and shit.
The kid looks adorable, dude.
Yeah.
I'm an adorable kid. And no, I'm not giving him Oho, okay?
No, but we didn't take him because on Thursday when we normally would have gone, he had school the next day, and I told him I'm not gonna make him
stay up.
Go to exactly.
Stay with my mom so we can go premiere night.
And then I didn't want to take him because he's like, oh, it's kind of like a scary. It really wasn't.
It's because.
But it was very because he watches a lot of shit with us. Like literally, we'll be like
horror movies.
Yeah, he does.
And
literally, he's like this.
Yeah, bro. He'll sing. He'll push himself into the seat. Like,
it's so
does anybody
funny.
hold his hand or anything?
Nah,
No,
he's just in the middle and shit.
He'll be all right.
We're literally just like this, like recording him with our
recording
phone.
him. Yeah.
He has a whole ass TikTok trend.
Yeah, bro. You just start
Oh
with
my
this
god, yeah, because he'll be like this.
No,
and you can see where his anxiety kicks in, or maybe it's not
Damn,
anxiety.
we're encouraging anxiety and shit. That's fucked
Maybe
up.
it's not anxiety. It's just like the
No,
whole,
it's just like the
oh my God, something's gonna happen.
Yeah, the roller coaster feel that we were talking about earlier.
But you know, I don't mind it just because at the end of the day,
because you know who your son is.
Yeah, and I know he doesn't go to sleep with nightmares. Like,
and
I know
he's over here telling me, "Papi, scary." And
Yeah.
he'll try to scare me, and I'm just like, "Oh my god,
dude!"
Or
he's gonna be like me, dude. He's gonna be like,
and you know,
I like scary stuff.
He likes the whole what is it, like the anime stuff, and you know, a lot of it is very
pretty dark.
Yeah. He's like super into that.
There's some pretty fucked up anime out there. I mean, I don't watch anime. I don't like it, but I know there's some pretty bad stuff.
I grew up with Dragon Ball.
I grew up with Pokemon, Dragon Ball. Yeah.
So okay, yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Pokemon, Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was like,
Gundam.
Oh, it's cool.
I like Gundam.
Gundam. I never actually watched it, but I like
Transformers.
Basically. And but it wasn't until now, well, not even now, like way before, but I started watching like different animes that are more like darker. They have story driven and stuff, and I'm like, damn, Dragon Ball is kind of for little kids and shit, you know, but I still like Dragon Ball.
My son, he literally is planning his whole whole birthday like based off Dragon Ball.
Kakarote.
Like,
Yeah, dude.
no, yeah.
He's like, I'm Goku, and I'm like, we watch Attack on Titan, and
He
I'm
says
like,
he's Vegeta.
Dude,
Yeah.
Vegeta's the shit,
bro.
He says that Roland's Vegeta.
He's like,
that
Papi, I'm Goku, you're Vegeta, and then he watches Attack on Titan. He's like, I'm Eren,
And
then,
You're Bulma.
Have you seen Attack on Titan? Attack on Titan?
No,
No,
like I said, I don't
he doesn't watch
anime.
I'm
you're
sorry.
right,
I
you're
get
right.
cut off on
Dragon Ball.
On Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Well, on like that one, you know, the main character, he bites his hand to become like a big ass, you know,
like Titan or whatever.
So my son normally would be like he does the Kamea like way,
Kamehameha.
yeah, to like fight him, right? And he'll be like, oh, and he'll be like, come, right? He goes hard.
Did you ever do the
I think we
He
tried
does
it.
he does the peace sign, and
He does the instant transmission.
Yeah, he does that.
You gotta get in one of those freaking things from.
Oh, I do.
Dude,
should.
there's a whole ass thing, dude. Like there's these people on Instagram. They're actually Hispanic. I don't know where they're from, but I gotta send you. I don't remember, but it's like the guy has a whole ass collection of Dragon Ball Z
Okay,
stuff.
I know who you're talking about.
And then the girls like roasting him.
yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like,
No.
yeah, the one time he was in his room, he did a video where he's in his room and he's like,
Oh my god,
Yeah.
you're not telling me about the TikTok girl, the one with the red hair.
I don't know. But then she walked in, she's like, what are you doing? He's like, nada. And then he's
Oh
like
my
in a
God.
whole ass suit.
Oh my god, I know who you're talking about.
Damn, we're giving him a shout out. We're giving him
my
a shout
God.
out.
I know who you're talking about because
They're
I used to
already big,
follow
too.
her,
Yeah, they're big.
and they used to be like, they used to go live and go against each other, and
Yeah.
he would be like perrones or something
Yeah,
like that.
los perrones, I think they're called.
Alright. Yeah. What's her name?
El perrona.
Is that the one where they would throw like the
pencil?
The
And they were
pencil
like,
in the
yeah,
thing?
Yeah.
And they're like, si yo lo meto.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
just throw it like
And
kinda
he's
wanna-
like, si yo lo meto, puedo salir con Jaylene or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the account. That's the
Yeah.
the people I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
he's a big
Dragon Ball Z. That's gonna be
He
our
can-
skit, dude.
No, but he's
hard.
my son. He literally says he's Spider-Man, he's Goku, he's Sonic, he's Eren from one of the shows, Attack on Titan. He'll be he'll be fighting him, and he'll be like, and then Roland's over here trying to bite his hand, and he's like, no, puppy, no. He gets so
Hey, he
pissed.
gets fucking pissed, bro.
Yeah.
I stayed loyal. I was like, I'm Batman.
Bro, and then I'm always having not always, but whenever I see her uncle, he's DC.
He's super.
So he's
DC.
like, oh, Batman, this and that. And I'm like, oh, I like Iron Man, you know. And then he's like, whoa, you know, in Batman in 1990, that, and I'm just like, all right, well,
Okay, boomer.
you're gonna start throwing dates around. I don't know, bro. Like, you win, you know. But
He's like,
Yeah.
"Get that shit in."
Yeah, we've gone into it too with my tío Noe. He's like, oh, Batman. I'm like,
Bro,
Roland's
that's
not
gonna be
here,
me.
but I'm all about Iron Man.
you've seen those, right? Like the conversations between Batman and Iron Man, where it's like, well, Batman with enough prep time, like he'll whatever, you know. It's
Yeah.
always the prep time, you
It's
know.
because they're
like,
two rich guys, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
both
But
of
you
them.
know, we all know Batman's the best, you
basically-
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Podcast over. Like,
I'm kicked out.
But overall, he's DC. He's
yeah.
Marvel.
But and then Moon Knight is like Marvel's Batman though, at the same time too.
he's
Okay.
like not agreeing with you.
We'll see.
You know Moon Knight?
I'm open. You know, I'll try things before I critique them.
Well, I'm just saying because like a lot of
Do you have Disney Plus?
what
I used to.
what I do agree with is that like Marvel has taken DC characters and made their own. Like Deadpool came from
Punisher.
no, Deadpool from DC. There's what's that guy? He came out in one of the Justice League movies. He's orange and black. He has
Deathshot or
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke.
Yeah. So they made Deadpool off of him. And then they made cuz there's like Thanos and then there's what's the other guy's name? The big bad guy.
Doomsday.
Doomsday.
He's
you know?
badass, dude.
So there's all these like copycats, you know?
Yeah.
And then they say that Batman is Iron Man, but then there's Moon Knight. And it's like Dark Knight, Moon Knight, you know?
Oh.
And then Dark Knight Well, Batman, he has all these gadgets and everything. Moon Knight's the same thing. He has gadgets and everything.
I'll have to check him out.
And he's all white, you know. They literally just had the show on Disney Plus.
Like
that's actually a pretty good show.
It's on Netflix?
No, it's
Disney
on
Plus.
Disney Plus.
Oh, darn. Yeah, I took it off, dude. I watched all the Even Stevens. I was like, yeah, Steven Stevens for days. Dude, Shia LaBeouf's hilarious. He's hilarious.
He's crazy, dude. He's badass.
Yeah, a bunch of drugs.
Without that.
Without that. But yeah, I mean, everybody has their own taste. Everybody has their own.
But it's pretty cool to see like the DC side, you know, because
I kind of broke it down pretty well. I mean, there's more stuff to it, you know, like Justice League, and like this true story of even like they on the video games they did a lot of showing people what that was, and the cartoons too. I think DC really struck on the cartoons a lot.
I feel like in a way, like video games kind of helps the story, like
enhance it.
Yeah, and then people take it in at their own pace and stuff, you know, like and I just feel like
it's not thrown to them like 1,000 miles per hour like in a movie.
Yeah.
And talking about video games and back to scary stuff, what's your scariest video game?
Oh, you go first.
Okay, I like Fear. Did you ever play Fear?
I've never played Fear.
Okay, well, have you heard of Dead Space?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love Dead Space.
Okay, Dead Space is my top, and then there's the Left 4 Dead games, and then there's the Fear.
So mine is Evil Within. That shit's scary as hell, but it's hard as hell.
For real?
Yeah. It's too hard to the point where you can enjoy it because it's actually pretty scary. It's about a guy. He's like, it's like evil, like not Evil Dead. It's like Silent Hill vibes, where he's a detective, but everybody becomes zombies kind of in a way.
Is your thing a flashlight? Like is your
like the main web, like the main thing?
the main thing he has? Oh no.
I think so. I don't remember. It's been a while. It was on PS3 or PS4. I don't remember.
I don't know.
It's a good game though. I can imagine like in the actual like the virtual like the what do you call it? The virtual goggles that you put on.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that game looks pretty sick.
Oh shit! I bet.
Yeah.
I've never played anything like that, but I want to though.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a virtual thing.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know.
Dude, smoke some and then like play that game. Like,
yeah.
No.
Do you want to restart it so we can do the? Because it's already the alarm, right?
Yeah, it's the alarm already.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do one more.
Yeah. Because he plays with my son. Which one did you play? The scary one that he was like this, like on like the couch.
I want to say it was Left 4 Dead. No. Dead Space. It had to have been Dead Space.
Was it like the new one or the latest? Was it 3?
3 is the latest. But no, I played the first one with him because I kind of wanted to play it like me just to start it over again. But so he happened to be there or whatever. But dude,
you say he happened to be there. He's the one.
He's like sitting there like watching the whole thing.
He's the one that tells him,
like, "Let's go,
video games."
Put it on. It's like a movie for him. That's like, go,
like bro, it's fucking scary, bro.
And then
like
he puts the couch like when you walked in, you seen how it swerves like the back. Mm-hmm. He literally puts it like right in front. Yeah, like closest. Then he's just like, sometimes I'm just like working and I'm just like pobrecito, like he's probably shitting bricks. Yeah. But he likes the adrenaline, like he's an adrenaline junkie, like me, because I'm like that. So I know he gets that from me for sure.
Yeah.
Isn't Dead Space like the first one like a 32-bit game? Like it's like very like bitty, or is it like a regular picture game? I don't remember.
What do you mean 32-bit? Like
a very arcade game? Like
no. It's super regular.
Like I'm trying to remember. I know Friday the 13th had a game. I played the newest one where you're like running away from Jason.
I never played any like games like that.
That one was pretty cool because it's like you can work on a team like with online players, or you can do like a LAN party and like have people play with you. And you're basically running away from Jason. He has like cool powers.
This is where he's a lone wolf because he doesn't do online.
I don't do online. I've never played online at all in my life.
It's so funny that we're talking about video games because I fucking hate video games at this point. Like now that I'm older, I don't play video games anymore.
I want to play video games.
My son is all about like playing video games, but he does the little, what is it called? The little...
the Switch?
No. The one you have in your office.
Oh, I have a mini Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and then a mini PlayStation.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
You have a PlayStation?
Oh, the PSP?
No, PlayStation. Like the very first place, but mini.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm missing out.
It has built-in games and shit.
Yeah, what? So my son's playing like the. What did he do to you whenever you were playing?
Oh, bro, we're on the Super Nintendo. It's because it's a mini version, and then
we'll show you right now.
All the games are built in there.
That's pretty cool.
And Donkey Kong is in there and stuff. And then so he's like, "Oh, monkeys!" And I'm like, "All right, let's play monkeys." So we're playing, and then I started like he was playing at first. Like we'll switch.
He takes turns.
And then like
learning.
we're teaching him like, okay, my turn, your turn, my turn. At one point he's like, my turn, papi, and I'm like, all right. He'll press start and he'll be like, okay, go. Like for me to do it for him, right? So I'm just like in there. I passed like 3 levels. At that point, I'm like, I'm in, bro. I'm like, all right. And then he's like watching and he starts getting bored and he's like, okay, next game. And then like he resets the whole thing, bro. I'm like, what the damn, bro. Like I was all into it, bro.
I bet you get so mad. You're like,
yeah, I was like, he's like, next game.
Because like, he knows now how to reset it.
Yeah, he knows how to reset the thing. So I'm like, and it goes to the menu and then he's like, okay, I want to play
the next game.
Super Mario. And I'm like, oh.
But it's so funny because that's how we get him to do a lot of the stuff. Because he'll be like, oh, I'm like, he doesn't want to do something like pick up whatever. And I'm like, well, pick it up. And then you can play video games. Oh. And he'll be like, video games, and he doesn't want to shower at night.
He'll lay it out for you, bro. He's like, okay, listen. And he'll be like, video games, shower, milk, TV, sleep.
Schedule.
Yeah, so he'll fucking tell you how it's going to go down.
So then I have to like adjust his schedule and be like, oh, no, you can play video games. Then you can shower and then you can go to sleep. Milk in the morning. And then he'll be like, no, mommy. And then he'll tell me again how he'll arranges
like lay it out. Boom, boom,
and then he's like, got it? And I'm like, no, I don't got it.
Is he like that kid where he's like, listen, Linda, listen.
Yeah, he is.
Literally.
Right?
Did y'all watch that video? Yeah. But instead of the listen, Linda, it's like, got it?
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
You got it. And I'm like, all right, got it, bro. God.
I'd be like, got what? Got milk?
Bro,
you can't have any.
Sometimes he'll explain something and I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, got it? And I'm like, wait, what? And then he's like, got it. Just got it, right? I'm like, oh my God.
Y'all should deadass try that and record and send it to me. He's like, say, got it? Like, got milk? Tomorrow. Gotcha.
Bro, this guy, he's something else.
He's
bro.
so funny.
Oh, man.
But tell them, where can they find you? Social media wise.
Lone Wolf Creations on Instagram and on Facebook. Lone Wolf Creations.
Is that your only Instagram?
Yeah. Well, I have my personal account, Scallywag, and then I have the execution page. But you'll find me within.
What's funny?
Scallywag.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Scallywag.
Because it used to be Ungawa Wap.
What?
So
how do you even spell that?
It was you get it. It's UNAWG something.
He said, you get it? And I'm like, no, I don't.
Got it? Like,
yeah.
You got it?
And like, no, tell me, got it.
No, so I was in high school. My friend, he told me that the way Tarzan would talk to the monkeys was called Ungawa. And I was like, okay, Ungawa Wop. And my favorite band was called When's the Plague, and they called it WOP, like When's the Plague. I was like, all right, cool. I'm my Instagram username. But now that I got older, I was like, yeah, I gotta change it.
I gotta give it.
Yeah.
So Scallywag.
Yeah. But all right.
So we'll put his information in the description below. Y'all make sure to go follow. Don't forget to subscribe, because again, we have like 50% of the people watching not subscribed. So just put your email and subscribe, right?
That's yes, sir.
Got it.
Got it.
All right. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching episode 36. Ours is 35. This 36. Right?
I hope you're right.
Yo.
Episode 36.
Yeah, we'll know. But like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Appreciate you guys. Peace.
Peace. Thank you for joining us.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Sure.